Hey, how you guys doing today? Do your reading. I'm gonna do 3 separate messages for each one. I do it for the highest good and the highest healing. Whoever needs to hear the messages the most, take what resonates, leave what does not resonate with you. We all have masculine, feminine energies, so take it as it applies. And if it's not you, then it can be someone else in your energetic field that's going through these things. I don't control what comes out. I give whatever spirit gives me. So it is what it is. Let me go ahead and start. There is a situation. Okay, it's a love situation, but it's a situation that is unconditional. There's a lot of love in the situation, but someone is having a really hard time believing it. They're in denial about this relationship. So I'm not sure what exactly it is you guys have going on or you're having trouble believing, but you have to go into new things with an open mind and an open heart, not expecting the same results you got last time. Okay, because when we do that, we close ourselves off from love and what it is we're trying to manifest in our lives. You know, when we sit there and we go and we're like, oh, well, you know, I want this, but then we're not really trusting that that person really loves us or really feels the way we think they feel. You know, it causes a lot of confusion and a lot of extra shit that nobody really needs to go through. All right, so just make sure that you are allowing people to be who they are and you're seeing the situations for exactly what they are. Okay, you know if somebody loves you because they're going to show you they love you. You know if someone's using you because they're not going to be available. They're going to bullshit you. They're not really going to be around. So just place it where it needs to go, okay? Now, there's some of you that need to be a little bit more... hold back a little bit on the spending. Hang on one second. Sorry. So if you guys have been overspending, I know everybody's going to be getting their taxes back. And there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. So just be careful how you're spending your money. And if it's not really a necessity, try not to blow your money because you don't know what the fuck's going to happen the way shit's going right now. So try to save as much as you can. And maintaining self-discipline. That's a big thing, and it's also a hard thing, especially if you didn't have that type of consistency growing up. So just try to maintain your self-discipline. You know, if you're trying to achieve something, if you're trying to create something, you have to put yourself on a schedule and try your best to stick to it, you know. And if no one else is holding you accountable, it's a little bit harder to maintain that. So just see where you're at in that. And alarms are good because I think I set an alarm for everything in my damn calendar. I won't remember. So just try to stay focused on what it is you have going on and make sure you're not overspending anything. And the situation that you're dealing with, if it's a love situation, understand that you have to be compassionate towards yourself and also compassionate towards other people. Okay? Because when you're, you know, everybody goes through their shit. We all get hurt at some point in life and we don't really want to open up to people, or we handle people a little bit rougher than we would have prior to being hurt. So, and for those of you that are extra sensitive, understand that you need to be sensitive in order to feel the things that you are guided to feel by spirit. Because if you're not sensitive, you're not going to feel the energies of other people. You're not going to feel the energies around us. So don't look at the sensitivity as if it's something bad, because it isn't. You know, that's something that helps you to connect with yourself and realize what's good and what's not good. The only thing is other people try to make you think that you're out of your fucking mind because they're not being honest or verbalizing what it is that they're feeling and what they have going on. And if they are verbalizing it, they're not forthcoming with what exactly it is they're feeling. Okay, so try to avoid people that are going to be really harsh or difficult, because it's gonna bring you down, and it hurts more when you're sensitive. You know, if you're a cold-hearted person, it's not so bad, but if you're sensitive, then it's gonna affect you a lot more than someone else. So just try to choose your relationships accordingly, because you'll have better success that way. You won't keep ending up in relationships that are not serving to you, okay? And it's important for you to be confident in what it is that you're doing and what you're trying to create. Hey Janine, how are you doing? I'm surprised you're on today. So maintain your confidence, okay? Confidence is very important to be successful. And it's more so for yourself, because other people will tell you all day, oh, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do this because of that, or whatever. And those are the people you don't really need to listen to, and the more reason you need to have complete confidence in yourself and know that you're capable of doing whatever it is you want. Now, there's a situation here where there is someone who is not forthcoming, and this can go either way. Receipts. Either keep your physical receipts. If you're doing your taxes, you might need to keep them because you might be audited. And others is some people are just looking for proof of what's being said and what's being done, okay? Because it seems like someone's acting like they have no emotion, or they don't care about this, but it's something that they keep trying to avoid. They have a lot of self-worth issues, and it could be from whatever they've been through in their past or their upbringing. Okay, so just try to see where that is for you. And there's a lot of reminiscing that's happening right now, and a lot of messages that are being given. So if it's not you, it's the other person, but there is a lot of memories, and someone's having a really hard time with the day-to-day things that are going on. Like they almost feel like they're a victim, okay? And they need to work on their self-love and understand that they create their life. And if they feel like they're stuck, it's only in their mind that they're stuck. Unless, of course, you really have someone keeping you hostage, then that's different. Oh, well, I'm glad you caught me too, Janine. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Oh, I know, girl. It's just the energies have been feeling, they be bringing me all the way down, and I don't like coming on here sounding miserable as shit when I talk to ya. So please, work on your self-love. And understand that you are not a victim, okay? You're not a victim. Everything that happens has served a purpose. It's not to make you feel bad. It's not to break you down, but to show you and teach you what needs to be healed and what you need to do to ascend. Okay, now you have to forgive yourself. And this feels more like a masculine energy that I'm speaking to. You have to find forgiveness in either yourself or forgive the situation that has happened, because they're showing that there is healing that needs to take place within this masculine. It could be things from his childhood that he never, he probably didn't realize they needed to be healed, but now it's coming up for healing, and there is a lot of forgiveness that's attached to this. So it could be some parental things that are going on that need to be released, programming that you may have gotten from your parents that you're realizing may not be the best thing to live by. So just try to see, because those things are holding you victim. They're keeping you stuck on like a little wheel, and you just keep going round and round because they haven't found a way to let go of the things that they were programmed with. So for whoever that is, it's not an easy process, but it is a process that is completely doable, okay? It just takes time and consistency. Now, for whoever this is, this energy feels very, they're almost like hopeless, like they have no faith. They almost like they don't see the reason for anything. It's just like they live their life, and it's like it is what it is. They see what's in their face and they don't believe past that. This person might not be completely stable. They could be emotionally unstable, or just in the physical 3D realm unstable financially and things like that. And if this has been a one-sided situation, that is something that needs to be healed. And again, whoever did what, apologize. People act like apologizing is like the worst thing in the damn world. It's really not. It's a couple of words. It's not that serious, just mean it and don't do the shit again. So this person is fully aware that balance needs to be brought back to the situation, because whatever it is, it caused a lot of pain for this person. So they know, they're fully aware. They know that this needs to be balanced out, but I'm not sure if they're gonna come and do that anytime soon, because I don't see anything right now. They want you to know that you are safe though and protected, so don't be afraid of voicing your truth or whatever it is that you feel needs to be said, because whoever this is really needs to connect with their feelings. Spirit's saying you have to connect with your emotions so that you could heal the things that need to be healed and really feel what's coming up for you and why it's coming up. And I say this because a lot of the things that come up are triggers. You know, when we get triggered by other people, that's what's telling us that this needs to get healed, this needs to get healed, you know, but we don't see it as that. We just see it as, I'm getting annoyed with this individual and you're probably going to argue or whatever. But try to look deeper and past that and see what it is that's triggering you and why you have that trigger, because most of the time it's not that individual. It's just things from before that you haven't resolved, okay? So just be aware of that. Now that's the first message. Now if you're dealing with someone that you feel you could change, or you feel like, I don't know, there is, you have to live within yourself and what it is that you need to do for you, okay? If you are a spiritual person, if you practice spirituality and that's the route you're going, then you continue your path because that is your path. Now, if you're dealing with another individual that maybe is not spiritual, maybe doesn't believe in any of the shit you believe in, and you guys don't see eye to eye. Are you married? In a long-term relationship? You guys have kids? How long y'all been together? You know, it's those things that you have to see. And in the time that you've been together, have you guys grown together? Has the relationship grown and changed? Or are you guys growing apart because you're following a spiritual path and maybe they're following a different path? So you have to see where you're at in all of these things, because we're not responsible for other people's healings, lives, feelings, any of it. They're each responsible for their own, okay? And if they're not choosing to follow that path, then that's their choice. You can't force them, because everyone has a different path and a different time for when it's meant for them to be awakened and begin that journey. So you can't rush it, but you have to do what's best for you, because staying stuck, you're limiting yourself and you're blocking the blessings that you're asking for, the things you're trying to manifest, because you're trying to get this individual to kind of hop on board with you and they're bullshitting. So you have to figure that out, okay? And you have to let it go, because just think about it. Somebody came and said you need to change and they're trying to change you, but you're like, no, I'm good. I like this. I don't want to change. It's the same thing. You really can't do that. Hi, Eknel. How are you? So just, you know, let it rock. Let whoever be. Don't be afraid to walk away from situations because they serve your highest good. All right? Everything is not terrible just because it's over. It doesn't have to end badly. We just make it end badly because we be in our feelings and want to act stupid. If you accepted it and just like, you know what, it is what it is. We had fun. You know, appreciate them and move on. It's really simple. But make sure that this, whatever you have going on that you feel isn't fair, and if the person you're dealing with is a complete asshole or does shit, or we're not going to go down the many things that are coming to my mind. So it's going to be handled in a fair manner, okay? Make sure that you're putting the effort in that you need to put in, and you're communicating effectively and clearly. And I'm sorry, the numbers 333-111-777 have come up, and so everything's going to be handled in a fair manner, okay? So believe in that, and just make sure you're being communicative, and everyone won't understand you, okay? You have to just figure out the person you're dealing with, where their level of comprehension is, and if you speaking is even worth it, because some people won't get what you're saying. All right, and you have to release this past. If you're in a relationship that you've been holding on to because you're hoping they're going to change it, Spirit's saying you need to let it go. You can't fix them, you can't change them, and all of the hoping and wishing in the world is going to keep you in the same place you've been. You're going to be miserable. Don't do it to yourself. And if it's a situationship, you might have to let that situationship go and maybe find a healthier one, because that one does not seem like it's it. All right, now there's a couple different things coming out here. So the first is, if someone is having an affair or third party or whatever situation, having external relationships or dealing with multiple people, understand that there is someone that is spying on you or has access to your phone, your social media. They have access to things that they probably shouldn't be able to access. And it's like they're looking for something, okay? And if you have planned to meet this person, then they see this, or they already know that you're meeting someone else or speaking to someone else, okay? So just be very careful with what you're doing and who you're dealing with. So that's not for everybody, but for those of you that are doing things like that, understand there's someone that is watching and is like really heavy in the knowing everything that's going on in this person's life. So if you have a partner, whatever, that knows shit about spyware, has your shit all tapped or has your passwords, change them, check your phone for spyware, just pay attention to what's happening. Now, for those of you that don't have this situation going on, now there's someone that is after you. Now, it could be someone that you were dealing with prior, and you guys may have had on and off relationship or a situationship. So if you guys had that going on, it seems like they keep coming back to you, like they keep coming up after you, and they want to see you, and you may want to see them, but you guys may have different wantings. Like you might want to see them to say, hey, what's up, how are you doing? They might want to see you for more of the physical, you know, if you guys have gotten that far. All right, so understand, if that's the person that you're trying to change, and that's in their own time. Live your life, move on with your life, do what you need to do for you, because they're showing that it's either this is something that's going to happen soon, or like time's running out. Okay, so whatever it was you were hoping and wishing, it's either this is all gonna transpire very quickly, or someone's running out of time to actually do what they're needing to do right now. Okay, because it's showing here that you guys have a lot of dreams, and you guys are ascending, and the cycle, whatever this cycle is, needs to close in order for these things to happen. Excuse me. And some of you may be getting messages, some type of messages or communication in regards to this ending or closing it out. And if that happens, then awesome, let it be. For others of you, you have this it's like you guys are going to come back together, but it's not going to happen now. It's going to happen, I don't know, what month are we in? March. So probably 4 or 5 months from now, you guys will probably reunite. So around summertime, we'll say summer. But whatever cycles are ending, you have to allow the cycles to end and understand what the cycle was. What was it that you learned out of this? What did you get? No, Aknel, I haven't. That's my next trip though. I'm trying to plan a trip to Africa. So just be fully aware. And if you guys are going to be reuniting and this is the person that you've been back and forth with and things haven't been great with, okay, for some of you there will be a reunion, and this will be after some form of rejection. Either you rejected them or they rejected you, but this rejection needed to happen in order for all of the faulty foundation to crumble, and you guys can build a firmer foundation, okay, a solid one that's not going to be broken or unstable. And make sure that you guys are talking about the things that bother you, like things, not the petty stuff that's like the day-to-day shit, but if you have really deep things that they did or the other person did that, you know, it might be a touchy subject, you want to have those deep conversations to get them resolved, so that way you don't end up hating or resenting someone years down the road, okay? Because whatever this is something that is gonna shock them. And if this is an affair or being spied on, whatever, if you're the person that's being somebody's watching you or spying on you, it's gonna catch you off guard. Like, you're not even gonna believe that this person has been stalking you or watching you or having access to your stuff, and it's gonna cause you a lot of pain, okay? And that's not for everyone, but there's someone here that is being watched. You know, whatever that is, when that happens, it's almost going to repulse you. It's going to want you to step away from that individual. Okay? And for others of you, it's just this person's been through a lot of stuff and they've been emotionally withdrawn for so long that it's going to surprise you when the communication comes in and they're communicating to you about the reconciliation and wanting to start over again, because they're showing that there are going to be beautiful new beginnings for you, and you guys are going to have a very strong, solid foundation. You're going to have the family life. You're going to have all of the abundance that it is that you're looking for. Okay, but they want you to pay attention to what it is that's going on and allow what you see and what you feel and what you know to be true to dictate your choices. Okay, don't only go by what your mind's telling you. Truly go by what your soul is telling you to do, because that's going to be the best thing. And again, we got summer card that just came out. So in this, I believe this might happen for you guys during the summertime if this hasn't already happened. And for others of you, it's just confirming that it is a new beginning that's coming, and you guys have to find the joy in everything in life, especially now when most of us really, there's not a lot going on. So you have to try to find things that are going to make you happy. Now, this is the third message. Oh, here we go again with this love shit. Alright, so 555 is coming out. There's going to be a change in a situation, and it's going to come from forgiveness. So if you feel that you need to forgive a situation in order to have change, or someone else needs to forgive the situation in order to have change. But there's a lot of blue here, so speaking needs to come. That needs to happen, okay? They have to clear their throat chakra in order to have this conversation. But take time out, okay? I say this to any and everyone. I don't care if you work at home, you have a fucking 40-hour-a-week job, whatever it is, you need to make sure that you're taking time for you to enjoy your life, okay? Your job doesn't give a fuck about you. If you die, they're just going to put somebody else in your place and you're going to keep it pushing. That's what's going to happen. Your family needs you. Your family loves you. Take the time to be with them, okay? Everything else is irrelevant. It'll work itself out. So there is a lot of emotional things happening here, and it could be that some of you may be ending the relationship, and that's what's causing the emotions to run high, because it's somebody's emotions are very unstable. It's like they're here, they're there, they're kind of all over the place right now emotionally. And this, for others of you, you might just be moving, or you might be traveling or going on a trip, or something to that effect is happening. So just enjoy that. Have fun if you're traveling. And others of you might just be moving into a new house, so congratulations. And if that's not it, then it's a change in relationship or situationship that you have going on. There's been a lot of talk, and it's about a decision or a crossroads. Someone's at a crossroads, and they're either talking to somebody or friends are gossiping. There's some type of conversation happening about a decision that needs to be made. And it's a very emotional one. It's not an easy decision. And for some of you, it is a decision in regards to moving into a new household, okay? But what they're showing is if you do decide to move into this house, or move away from whatever this is, or take the trip, whatever change it is, if you do decide to take it, it is going to help with the healing process, and it's going to allow you to forgive, or for whoever it is, there's going to allow forgiveness to come in. And this is something that's going to be happening soon, within either like literally from today forward, like very soon. Now, there is, some of you guys may feel like you're on a pause or a timeout right now, and it's showing that you are, because there are, if you're not stable emotionally, that might give you a little bit of time to kind of figure out what it is and why it is that you're feeling emotionally all over the place, okay? So, Jesus Christ. There's a lot of regret here from the past. There is a lot of regret and a lot of suffering that's keeping someone stuck and limited. Like, you're not moving, you're not saying anything, and it seems like they're almost so used to being in a toxic relationship, or dealing with toxic things, or being like everything is always the same. So they've kind of become detached to what the toxicity would be, And, you know, where as you're used to being like, oh, you know what, I'm going to go talk to this person. And then you realize maybe they have a bad temper or they speak a certain way. And you notice the little toxic things. Someone else might have just kind of shut all that down and is not realizing that these are toxic behaviors. So please be careful if you're doing that, because you might shut it down now, but later on down the road, it's going to come back to bite you on your ass. Okay, because your body and your spirit's telling you this is not good, this is toxic, this is bad, but because you're detached or closed off, you're not trying to hear it. You're gonna end up regretting it. So whatever this is here, understand the past is the past. You can't change it. As much as you want to change it, we can't change it. It happened. It literally was one moment in life that we have to let it go. You can't stay focused on it or stay thinking about it to the point where it's keeping you from making new memories and building a new life and going after things you really love, because you're afraid. You're afraid of the pain. You're afraid of things not working out. You're afraid of all of these things. Those are your limits. That's what's stopping you. Your fear is what's limiting you, okay? Whatever regret you have, you need to let that go. There's no need for regret, because any decision we make, we're always gaining, okay? Even if it doesn't go the way we want it to, we learned a valuable lesson, okay? Hey, Amanda, how are you? Janine, you shouldn't regret your past. You know, I've done a lot of shit. a lot of shit. And I can honestly sit here and say, I don't regret it. You know, if I feel bad about anything, I feel bad about hurting others. But the decisions that I made, I don't regret, because they made me who I am today. You know, they gave me the strength that I have today. They've helped me help other people because of everything that I went through. You know, if I would have lived the peachy life, I wouldn't be on here talking to y'all, because I'd have nothing to share. I'd have no value. You know, I wouldn't have lived through shit. So don't regret your life, man. Look at it as learning experiences that helped you become a better individual. So whatever you guys have going on, if you're moving, that's going to be awesome for you guys. There is some true love situation here that you guys have going on, and that might be the forgiving part that you need to work through. But there's someone in your energy. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I don't know if this person is very healthy for you. There is a lot of, this person seems like they might be very aggressive or very forceful, almost manipulative. And it might cause you to feel uncomfortable at times, because maybe they try to control and coerce everything, okay? But this is... Alright. Sorry, I just got so much shit. So if this is something that you feel is like there's a temptation, if this is extramarital affair, whatever it is, understand that that's going to cause a tower moment, okay? Whatever it is going to cause a tower moment. And if the person you're dealing with that you're trying to leave, there's some form of manipulation happening, whether you're aware of it or you're not aware of it. But however it is, you're starting to feel uncomfortable, and someone is suffering and they're not saying anything, they're not speaking about it. And this is part of the toxic patterns that need to be broken. Oh, Janine, I know. It's hard. Life, especially kids, because you're trying to fix you and then you're still trying to raise kids, and you're just like, what the fuck? But, so understand that it's important for you to let compassion and forgiveness, you know, lead you in everything that you're doing and what you have going on. Okay, that's going to be the best thing for you. And it's important for you to exchange energy with people. If you don't exchange energy with people, then it's hard for you to create what you want. You know, sometimes we go at things like, oh, I'm gonna do this by myself, or I don't need help, or I don't need any guidance, and it makes it harder for us. It's better to find someone that's either trying to achieve the same things you're trying to achieve, or you can bounce ideas off of. Things like that will help you, because it's a great energy exchange and it helps you to create things, okay? But there are going to be a lot of new beginnings coming, because they're showing me a lot of changes happening. So if you're at the crossroads, make the change, because that's what's going to serve your highest good. That's what's going to make everything better. that is the readings for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this gave you some clarity or helped you in some form. I love you, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a good day.